Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to XCOM Chimera Squad. We're revisiting this today. Now, I'll just say up front, I really like Chimera Squad, and it seems to be not the most popular opinion to hold. I understand some people's issues with it, but I think if you look at the game for what it is, you can appreciate it for exactly that. One thing worth mentioning, I did look to revisit this not that long ago, and 2K has put this third-party launcher in between launch, and I couldn't get the game to launch. It was not an uncommon issue, and I gave up on it in the end. Trawling forums and all that, it seemed very hit and miss whether you could or you couldn't launch it. It seems that they've actually refurbed and changed their launcher, so at least I could play the game this time around, but I can see how people were miffed about that, and that is what would you call it? Publisher interference. It's not really on the developers or the quality of the game, but there was a not insignificant period of time there where they basically bricked access for a lot of people. Anyway, so just keep that in mind, maybe when you're looking at reviews, or maybe if you just want to take a stand against that sort of bullshit. But regardless, this game at its core is really cool. I think the common mistake people make is they think that it's XCOM 3. It's not. It's more XCOM 2.2, or not even that. It's a spin-off of the XCOM franchise. I feel like it's actually a really good not melting pot, though it is set in a bit of a melting pot, sort of like a test bed for some concepts that the developers are thinking of throwing at the wall, maybe for XCOM 3, and I'd be curious to see if we see some of these mechanics pop up in it. The example that I fall back on is the difference from XCOM 1 to XCOM 2 has actually got some pretty radical changes with the sort of counterinsurgency ambush mechanic, and fortunately that was well received in the community, but you could see a scenario where people would have hated that because it was very different from XCOM 1. So I feel like this is a sort of little pet project experiment. So what is Chimera Squad? Essentially, well, we'll start straight into it. It is an XCOM game, but you have these more sort of bespoke, smaller instances where it's about breach and clear as a SWAT team in this experimental melting pot city in the sort of fall of the Advent, in the aftermath of taking Earth back, but now we have all these aliens and all that you know, want to stay and live, and it's cool because as a scenario goes, if 2 was a really interesting scenario, just to walk myself back a bit, because it was under the sort of proviso that we lost the invasion, it jumped 20 years forward. Like, it was kind of unusual, it was cool, and you were the underdog fighting back. This is also, I think, as a concept, really cool, a great little pivot again from 2 to 3, or Chimera Squad. Anyway, so there's your setup. Iron Man, play with a single save, yeah, absolutely. I don't know about any of this crap here. Tutorial, look, we'll take the tutorial because it's been a little while. Heal between encounters, half heal. I suppose that's normal. Yeah, let's just do that because this game will probably teach some of the mechanics better than I possibly could. Oh, please don't be crashing. I quite like this visual novel cutscene telling.
2 minutes out.
It's obviously a lot more cost effective.
Is this like the old days? XCOM swooping in and taking it to the bad guys?
I wouldn't know.
I will say,
most of the war training
the downside of having these
like mine.
named characters
Years of service.
is that some of them are shit. Specifically this chick on the right. She's insufferable.
Pushes it into the field before
She only has one personality setting, and it is Twitter blue check mark.
I missed out during the war. Wish I could have pulled my weight.
For which side exactly?
I find that very hurtful.
Yeah, that's a bit
Sure
mean.
thing, Advent.
We are through
what
the
a
checkpoint.
bitch.
I was never actually Advent.
But they were fitting you for a blocky helmet.
Stow it, both of you.
What do you mean both of you?
here.
The other dude's just been a
Everyone
nice guy
DD
saying,
gave us
I
the
just
all
want to be
clear.
helpful.
Grab your gear and prepare to move
And she's
in.
like, I want to be a piece of shit. I like the godmother chick. She's sort of like the sergeant of the squad. She's just this fucking hard mole with a shotgun. Like, what's her ability? Everyone's got their own special abilities, which I think is really cool.
Whisper.
And her ability is pretty
Status.
much, I'm just
And what's ETA?
boss bitch.
Tom's working,
Which is a good.
Verge is en route.
How? Verge can't drive.
He hailed a cab.
To a hostage situation?
Yeah, why not?
Focus. Whisper. Any surprises in the next room?
A handful of hostiles, unaware of your approach.
Let's go.
Chimera Squad, take positions. Prep for breach.
I think Cherub, is he the one with the shield? Because when I last played it, I leant hard into him. Okay, it begins every mission by setting up with a breach and breach points to get a jump on the enemy. So a pseudo start, not dissimilar to XCOM 2's way you would start an encounter, except at multiple stages throughout the course of the fight. Anyway, so you bomb them up on the door by clicking up on here. Yeah, he's got the shield. So there's only one entrance, main door. You can see successful shots on enemies will crit. And I think that the shield is like a general how bad's it going to be rating. Right? Put her in that slot. Put her there. Now she's the healer as well. So tragically, as insufferable and awful as this terminal chick is, and she's literally the worst thing in the entire game, and I'm not exaggerating, you kind of almost have to take her to every mission, which killed me. Never have I wanted to run no medic more.
Reaching in.
Such a cool start. Breach target. So you can cycle with tab and shift, I guess. Yeah. You can select your ability, but you pretty much just want to shoot these blokes in the face. See you later. And then the next person gets a go. That good breach. Nice. Now we're off to the races. Surprise, you reckon?
Hello, I am Mayor Nightingale.
Is that our hostage?
Welcome to City 31's Memorial Museum.
It's just a recording.
Yeah.
As I often say,
Alright, maybe
the
this chair
lessons
bloke's a
from
little
our
bit
past
dippy.
Inform the present.
Blah, blah, blah. History.
Oh my god.
Focus.
Yeah, focus. Alright, so this actually, like, again, I sort of made excuses. I ran interference for the launcher being a problem and the fact that this isn't really XCOM 3, it's a different experiment. I can understand a lot of people being upset about this because this is probably one of the bigger departures, is the I go, you go turn-based, which is a big departure from XCOM, and I really do think that this existing here shows that they might be thinking about doing that for XCOM 3. And I think a lot of people sort of intuit that as well. So there was a violent sort of backlash from some. I don't mind, it's cool, it's different. Okay, let's go. Turns and moving. No, misclick. Oh my god, fuck. Okay, well, alright, well, I guess it's on now. Number 2's gonna get a go. I fucking can't believe I did that. Just go hide here, you idiot.
There's no need for this.
Oh no, it's saying number 2, right? But if I click on him, it'll show you, right? So she's gonna get a go, and then he's gonna get a go. Alright? Don't suppose you can hit him. Where's my 58%? Negative. If I right click, that'll let me out, so that's good. How about we do this? Alright? And then we Overwatch. What do you reckon about that, mate? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Locking down target.
Leave him alone, he's an idiot. He misclicked. It was him, not me. Alright, so I don't have any abilities yet, but that's because we're tutorializing. I guess we can open the angle up, right? 60%. I'll take 60%. See you later, mate. 82%.
Hostile out of play.
Out of play indeed.
You see this?
Huh.
Oh, look out, it's an ambush. Lanky dude. Hey, boys.
Clear.
Hello, sir. I think having a sort of
What took you so
combined
long?
mixed
Had to unpack a breaching
enemies of old team
Good
and the
man.
tension from
Not
that
exactly.
is a cool
You
idea.
know what I mean.
job. I always do.
So creepy. Don't ever change.
Verge, form up. Any hostiles in the next room?
Yes, I can feel them.
Okay, cool. So you finish the tiny little box scenario and then you go straight on to the next breach. Very, very cool, very slick. And, you know, it's almost like the XCOM name works against it because you have this rabid fan base that that just wants more of the same. And I'm actually, like, when it comes to that concept of sequels and sequelitis, I think you shouldn't fuck with the sequel too much. I think the Far Cry games shouldn't change. They should just keep being climb up the tower and you know, unlock the map, because that's what they are, and that's what the fan base wants. So while I'm all for iteration, and I think this is fantastic, I'm sympathetic to those that are like, hey, what are you doing with my XCOM game? So like, my feet are on either side of the fence there. Okay, anyway, so we've got multiple breaches here. So this one, agent damage more likely. Closely watched, enemies deal +1 damage. But I have 4 dudes I have to send for. Seal the deal. Last unit through the entrance does +3 damage during the breach. Right. So I think maybe let's put Cherub in, because he's a bit of a tank. You can see they've all got their health as well. Oh, I don't know, maybe we put you there just if only because you have more health. Right? And then maybe we put Godmother and we put bloody Verge there. Yeah, let's do that. Anyway, let's go.
Stay behind me.
Yes, sir, we will.
Breaching!
Oots! Alright, what are we looking at here? 100%, I'll take that. 90%, go. Ooh! Missed! No good. Oh man, they're hosing bloody Cherub down. Alright. Agents of unique abilities, so we're starting to unlock them. Now here's a really cool. Energy on self or ally to prevent all damage for the next attack. Right? Cherub gains 1 charge when the energy shield is destroyed. Right? And then you can use that charge to unleash. So essentially, you want to be hitting kinetic shield on cooldown. I'm happy to just put it on whoever it auto picks. And then I guess we'll go for cover. Maybe like here?
I'm going.
Watch your flanks.
Now, I'm not 100% what's dictated their initiative. It might be because she was first through on the second door. I think the doors might have even said
again
what their initiative order would be, right? So safeguard, restore 4 HP, subdue. Melee strike a target. If the target would be killed, they're rendered unconscious and they're captured at the end of each mission, which sort of plays to your advantage, but obviously you need to actually subdue them. Now you do get 2 actions, but the shooting ends it, so you can only shoot
That
once.
went wide.
And she's got scatter shot and she's got subdue as well. I mean, yeah, let's do that. I don't know, we want to subdue this guy. Oh, okay, right, over we go. Watch your ankles. Oh, okay, that didn't really work the way I thought it would.
Hostiles still up.
I thought it was saying it would do 3 damage.
You missed the shield.
Battle Madness, Stupor. Stuns a target for 1 to 2 turns. And adds them to the neural network. Yeah, so it's sort of got like a Dishonored thing. He starts tethering everyone together into his little network. Which again is a throwback to the previous games as well, like how they possess and they can get feedback, and he can use that to like execute dudes as well. Psionically attacks an enemy's mind, making them go berserk and attack a nearby target. What if we do that? Zap him with your brain, mate. So putting him on the neural network sets it up for combos with cooler abilities, but it also makes it so, as it said, you can't target someone already in the network, so you can't just sort of abuse it non-stop. Stupor.
My mind over yours.
It's very powerful, but it's sort of one and done for each dude. Charged bash. Damage 3. Yeah, we'll do that.
Shook 'em.
Oh, right, that counts as unconscious as well. Very cool. Man, it is great to be playing this again.
Stay down!
I probably could have handled my cherub shield a little bit better.
Set up the breaching charge.
I do like to make an entrance.
Right, so this is going to introduce sort of expendable breaching items, right? So you get to give equipment to all of your dudes at the beginning, right? So Cherub's got a breach, so you can put him in that slot, and he will run the breach. This is all... like I said, because it's kind of tutorial, there's not a lot of choices. But it's kind of choose your own adventure. If there is a breachable and you don't have a breaching
Hostage
charge,
confirmed in the next room.
then no go. You have to
need
go
more than
the other
that.
way.
3-1 PD has a live feed. Patching through.
If you surrender, I will advocate leniency.
Enough.
Mere Nightingale.
This exhibit, it is about XCOM's role in our liberation.
I see you read the placard.
It doesn't say how they went soft and got weak. Now, it's up to us to light the spark.
He's holding a detonator.
Go, now!
Breach,
How's
breach.
this for an entrance?
Alright, get him. Now, there was an option to sort of scatter for cover as well. You can see here, cover rush. But if I've got good shots, I'm going to take good shots. Now, 57... I think you cover rush. 65, that I will take.
You're a Nightingale. I'll
Well,
protect
they're
you.
all hunkering down. Jeez. Need to save the nut and the mare. Right, so that's
Down.
scripted.
Terminal.
That's a lot of
stabilize him.
damage.
On it.
Verge, with me. Protect the mayor.
Confirmed.
To teach us how to do medics, right? Agents that lose all their hit points will begin bleeding out over several turns. Mission will fail unless the agent bleeding out is saved with stabilized ability. So this, I'll tell you what, as much as I have been defending this game, my biggest gripe with it personally is the same reason why I think if you save scum in Xbox, in XCOM games, I think you're an idiot and you're missing the whole point. The point of the XCOM games is that you get these generic random Marines who start getting synergies together and you start building these little experiences, this emergent character development. This just random dude that you get attached to as they level up and you watch their journey through, and then they cop a crit to their head and they fucking die. And they're gone, they're deleted forever, and it's a hole in your squad that you can never truly replace, and a little hole in your heart as well. It creates emotional up and down. It's probably the best emergent, emotional storytelling in a pseudo-sandbox environment that I can think of. And because these are all sort of named characters and you have a fixed roster, you don't get that in this game, right? So if the dude dies, it's just going to reset the checkpoint. Again, not the mainline game, and to me that's what actually separates it out, that it's doing that. I'm not against it, it's a cool... I don't even want to say experiment, because for this game to function with a cast of characters, like an ensemble of voice acted, named and specific characters, you need this mechanic. You wouldn't be able to do it quite like a Fire Emblem or something like that. So that's probably the big departure that I would say I'd have the biggest issue with. But of course, for what this game is, I think it's important to have this as well. It's one of the give and take trades if you're going to twist the system. I hope this makes sense. Now, as far as stabilizing characters, I think anyone can do it. Godmother stabilizes Ella, preventing them from bleeding out. Now, is there a screaming hurry? The thing with Subdue is it does 2 to 3 damage, so it's not reliable. 64 will go. Let's do that. We'll get around to stabilizing old mate. I might be able to gremlin stabilize. There you go. Now, it doesn't... I don't believe it gets him back in the fight. Like, I think he's out for the count. Yeah, unconscious, right? So we're down a man. so it goes. Oh my goodness, I'm missing all the shots. I'm generally of the mindset that if it's like a 66% or whatever, 2/3 is close enough. Oh, there's probably an argument, even though 51% is not ideal. There's probably an argument for doing it anyway. Let's set him to stupor.
Give me your mark.
Oh no, I wanted berserk. That's alright, he was the next one to act actually, so that's probably not a bad thing. See, will he attack the dude next to him or us? Does he attack the directly closest dude? No, not even. I don't even know what the rule is there.
Neutralizing.
I can keep going.
Yep.
Stay with us.
Oh! They shot the bloody mare.
Liquidating.
Oh my
Severely
god.
wounded.
Imagine
Still
failing
up.
the tutorial. Jesus Christ.
Don't let it get infected.
Shifting.
Make the most of this.
Hostiles
Sucked
neutralized.
in, boys. Oh wow, look how much health that guy has. Holy shit. Let's safeguard her. Now, I think I might have infinite uses of the gremlin. I'm not sure.
I needed that.
Yeah, it's just got cooldowns.
The war for liberation took place in
There we go. Finally. Dude, you ran out of bloody luck there. Stupor. Let's do that. %.
Armor deflection.
Disabling target weapon.
Oi! That's pretty cool.
Ammo out.
Overwatch. This guy doesn't want to get taken alive. What happened there? I misclicked again. Oh, she's out of ammo. Oh, whatever, go here.
Changing position.
We've got everyone's going to get a turn before him anyway. How much damage can he possibly do? Because I might just bum rush him. Because like fucking YOLO. Just take the shot.
That hurts.
Get captured.
Mayor Nightingale, are you alright?
She's
It
unconscious.
looks worse than it is. Those medikits are really something.
Oh, I was supposed to heal
Compliment
her?
accepted.
What about Cherub?
Yeah.
Compliment accepted.
Think so. Only thing injured is my pride.
It's alright, Cherub.
And
Get
your
back in there.
diaphragm. And a few ribs.
None of this should have happened.
Most
see what
people
I
say
mean?
thank you.
Fucking
I'm grateful.
every time she speaks, it's just
But these people don't have the
garbage,
capability
snark,
for any of
what
this.
passes as
Explain.
modern
I
bloody
read their threat
comedy.
assessment. A month ago, these insurgents were all talk and no capability.
Yeah, right.
The greatest threat they posed was to bottles of alcohol.
Yeah.
Why tell us? Why now?
City 31 shows the world how humans, hybrids, and aliens can keep a lasting peace. I'm the public face of this. Tonight, someone wanted what I represent to go up in flames.
We're not in town for local intrigue.
I know, but right now you're the only ones I'm certain are fighting for that same peace. Can I count on your support?
Yes, ma'am.
Rating good. Well, that's good. From 3 captured enemies, there's a 60% chance to earn 20 intel. Ah, well that's handy.
Package delivered to 31 PD.
She truly believes what she says.
Yeah,
Why
man.
she's in charge.
Not too shabby for our first official mission.
Hey.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Celebrate before a mission is complete. It's
It's bad luck.
I would actually call that mission complete. We've handed off custody to an armored vehicle under someone else's jurisdiction. That wasn't on us. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so now we're going to go into the sort of the meta overworld
Tonight,
map.
Mayor Nightingale perished in an explosion at City 31's Memorial Museum. The identity of her assailants is unknown at this time. The City Council asks citizens to remain...
So she gets vaporized the same day XCOM sends Chimera Squad to our city? You hear that voice in your head? That's me telling you to wake up!
Oh, I like this dude. I'd watch him. I'd watch him every day.
Mayor Nightingale's deciding vote brought the Reclamation Agency to the city. Without her support, Chimera Squad's continued presence is an open question.
Welcome home, Chimera Squad. The director wants to
Whisper.
speak with us.
Thanks
Oh,
for getting the
man.
mayor killed. Also, you're fired.
Oh my god.
That's not helpful.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You should be.
I'll patch the call through when you're ready.
I followed your action at the museum, and it's after.
Oh, I forgot about this chick. She's like a throwback character.
I take full responsibility for what happened.
Stop. I sent you to City 31 because I believed you were ready. Tonight, you surpassed my expectations.
So if I recall correctly...
31 PD requested help within 3 hours of your arrival in the city. You answered immediately.
XCOM 2's
Going in,
tutorial,
you were under-equipped and down an
she's
agent.
one of the
You
rookie
adapted,
Marines
as
that
we
you
trained
get.
you to do. And let's
I
not
think that's the
forget,
law.
You rescued the mayor.
I'm not sweaty enough to
Delivered
know
her
for
to
sure.
safety as the city requested. Don't blame yourself for an outcome you couldn't control.
100%, right?
Instead, let's focus on what's next.
I set up the map table. Ready when you are.
Yeah, good.
Head over there. I'll
Thanks,
hold.
Whisper. What a name. Maybe you should just get the, soy as your bloody tag name. Alright, cool. Critical target waiting in the city map.
Welcome to City 31.
Thanks,
During
mate.
Advent's occupation, the city was a fortress supporting an active starport. 5 years after XCOM won the war, it's home to aliens, hybrids, and humans alike. There's new industry, self-government, and local agriculture to support the varied populations. Against all odds, this city thrived after the war. There were no retributive attacks.
Until tonight.
We don't know that, not yet, but we can find out. 31 PD requested our help sifting through evidence at the Memorial Museum. They lost good officers today. Give them what they need and see what we can learn.
Sure. Alright, so we've got the map. Cool. View situation in downtown district. Well, there we go. And it does get XCOM-like in that you get a lot of different spinning plates and targets that you have to deal with, right? Send APC. We haven't unlocked all the other stuff. But you get like a shop, a locker room, you can swap your dudes out for training. Things like where Cherub went down and he would have like injuries that remain. So while guys don't necessarily die, they will become sort of mission ineffective for a while and you need to bench them. You have to rotate through your roster of characters.
A crude plasma bomb killed the mayor. The insurgents had no access to materials for that.
Does that mean they had outside help?
Most likely. There are 3 groups in City 31 with access to this kind of ordnance.
Right. So you sort of pick your vector. The Progeny, Grey Phoenix, or could you get that out of my fucking screen, please? Loose network of human scions. An organization of alien scavengers. An underground religious movement for hybrids. Shit, I don't know. Let's go these guys. Grey Phoenix.
Grey Phoenix is a group of primarily muton scavengers operating...
Mutons, the big boys.
Recently, they've armed themselves with highly restricted weaponry. That puts them on our radar.
Director, these are local criminals. Isn't that 31 PD's jurisdiction?
Well, yeah.
True. The Reclamation Agency supports local police, but we're also required to recover dangerous material.
From those who would do the world harm, and each of those groups is neck deep in the stuff. So what next?
Focus on a single group. Investigate, dismantle their operations.
I think this holding the coffee cup. I get that they're trying to, like, see he's holding the clipboard. They're trying to do something interesting with her character design.
Organization is off the streets.
But I mean,
exactly.
if your CO walks around carrying a fucking
for Mayor
coffee cup,
Nightingale.
all your
This is
troops
how we help them
will
achieve
think this guy's just a wanker, to be honest. I just, you know, of all the characters to do it, maybe not the boss lady. She's not exactly exuding an aura of authority by just standing around sipping on her fucking latte. But anyway, that's more personal biases. Right, so we've got groundwork operation, takedown, cool. Dark events, which, you know, make a comeback from previous games. Faction leadership, Grey Phoenix, yeah, cool. We need to know more about them. I don't think, oh, here we go. Assembly.
Check it out. Headquarters sent us an assembly. With the right patterns, we can build anything.
Yeah.
Or we could with the latest version. What you're looking at is the extremely finicky 2038 model.
So we've got all these categories, but all we've got is Android personnel, right?
Good to go.
Allows use of androids on tactical missions, right? They're shit, but they're there if you understand the mechanics. Say you get dumpstered in a mission and all your dudes are like really low health or whatever, or you want to put guys in training or whatever, but for whatever reason you can't really fill the roster. I believe these are there to round it out. Like, if I recall, it's been a hot second since I played it.
The director convinced the city council we're too understaffed to be effective. This means we can bring more agents to City 31.
Yeah.
It's not the whole squad, not yet, but it's something.
That's cool. So essentially, and this is random as well, right? I don't believe I ever unlocked Patchwork or even the Shelter, but this dude for sure, because you know me, that's how I am. Fuck yeah, we're gonna take this dude. Can I have more than one? Can I just have one? Axiom.
Whisper, there's a problem.
Axiom, welcome. What's wrong?
I noticed someone took the biggest locker.
Yep, that was me. I knew you'd get here eventually and grab it so no one else would.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'll move my stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem. I already did. Violently.
Didn't you see the note?
I can't read.
Afterward. I'll replace what I can.
Okay, sure. Cool. So then you can change their loadout to some degree, but again, we don't have anything unlocked. Not yet. Oh, that's cool. Health, kills and missions, which is interesting. Look at Cherub just killing everyone. Oh, bloody godmother. Okay. So what else have we got here?
Our temporary field office has all
got
the
supplies,
basics. Weapons, comms, and ammunition.
So you can
Supplies
buy all
where
these things
we
to
request
equip him?
everything else. As long as it's in the squad's budget, it's ours.
So auto keycard, as an example, you can see mousing over it.
Combat grade androids. I know. Everyone hates them.
So you can see here, auto keycard, right? Grants breach access through a security door. So similar to the breach charge allowing you to, well, breach walls, if there is a security door in the scenario. Now, I don't know if you know for sure, or when you go to the world map, it might give you an idea of what you're facing. I can't quite remember. Anyway, maybe when you go and set up the APC. Are we missing anything else here? Investigation. We already had a look at that. Critical mission, agents idle, so you want to try... Oh, right, and that's the thing. The assembly needs to be staffed by someone. So we'll stick this Sheila in there because we hate her guts. And we'll put him in the squad, basically. Oh, there he is. Cool. Anyway, so look, that's probably enough to give you an idea of the game. Again, a revisit, an overview, whatever you'd like to call it. Great little game. Put it on your wish list at the very least. I think it goes on sale fairly often, but as far as price, it's fairly cheap as well. Like intentionally so. That, you know, they moved it at AA price instead of AAA because it is a different game, a smaller game. Anyway, I love it. It's divisive, not without reason. But hey, if you've watched this far, maybe it's something that you'd be interested in checking out. Anyway, team, let me know what you think. Otherwise, we might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.